Throughout my time in education, I've learned a lot about myself, and one of those things is that I really enjoy sports and exercise science, in particularly biomechanics and physiology. I aim to one day turn this into a successful career. During my time at university, I've been in awe of some of the current tutors and the experience that they've had working in a professional sports and exercise science environment. In particular, working with elite level athletes, I believe that a master's degree in sports, exercise and rehabilitation, once paired with my current undergraduate knowledge, will allow me to pursue my potential career. I believe that the University of Leeds is the perfect institution for me to study under at master's level, especially due to its prestigious history as a Russell Group university. I believe this status will allow me to stand out in a competitive field and potentially produce opportunities at working at an elite level. The University of Leeds is currently in 11th place for the sports and exercise science ranking. My time at study at Leeds Beckett University, I've thoroughly enjoyed the practical sessions during year one of my undergraduate degree, particularly within physiology and biomechanics. I would love to develop my practical skills further at the University of Leeds and potentially contribute to some of the research that they produce. The University of Leeds is renowned for its excellent research. 80% of its research has been identified as world leading or internationally excellent. This was by the Research Excellence Framework. So in summary, this institution has brilliant teaching standards, facilities and outstanding research. This is therefore the reason I've chosen this institution to study at postgraduate level in order to become an expert in the field of sports, exercise and rehabilitation. I feel as though I have a broad knowledge and understanding of all disciplines within sports and exercise science. However, in particular, my strong points are biomechanics and physiology. Throughout my undergraduate degree, I feel as though I've mostly developed my knowledge on practical assessments. Throughout year one, I was introduced to many new practical assessments such as the VO2 max test. I also learned how to conduct these safely and ethically by using techniques such as participant screening. The capability to conduct these tests safely will allow me to apply my knowledge when I encounter unfamiliar assessments at a master's level and execute them safely and effectively. As a follow-up from the knowledge I've learned on practical assessments, I've also learned how to write a scientific lab report that explains and evaluates the results that I've found. Within this, I've gained knowledge of what makes a credible scientific figure. For example, title placement, the colours used, and the type of figure used to display my data. This valuable knowledge on lab report writing, which I've learnt in my physiology module, will be crucial when it comes to postgraduate study. Due to the scientific nature of my course, I'll be required to display data on a regular basis and ensure it is scientifically credible. Alongside lab report writing, I've learnt how to use the statistical analysis software known as SPSS. This is software used to analyse data, and I believe that this will help me in my postgraduate studies as in my own research, as I will be required to analyse the data to uncover patterns and trends. So far, I've been unable to complete any work placements whilst at university due to the current ongoing coronavirus pandemic. However, I've been applying for multiple opportunities for work experience within professional sports teams, mainly focusing on rehabilitation. Hopefully, I receive the opportunity sometime this year to pursue this, therefore I will be able to learn from the professionals around me. During this term at university, I've gained experience from Journal Club, where as a team we read complex journals and then we analyse them together. This experience has primed me to go on to master's level due to the fact that the articles that we are reading are very complex, and familiarising myself with these articles has directly impacted my current ongoing studies positively. I now understand journals that we're reading in class a lot easier than what I did at the start of the year. During my second year at university, I worked at Subway, and my experience at Subway has taught me a lot, and one of these things is how to work effectively as a team. This has positively impacted my university work, and it also has encouraged me to do this more, because during my first year at university, I was very reluctant to do this due to I found it very daunting. My experience at Subway has made me realise how effective it can be to work as a team. This has been greatly impactful in my second year at university during my research methods module. This is due to us having to work as a group to complete a group project. Me and my fellow peers executed this group project to a high standard and worked very effectively and communicated very well. During my time at Subway, I was promoted to a team leader, and this allowed me to become the leader for our group project. I felt very comfortable doing this due to my experience at Subway, and I know that I would not have been able to execute this during my first year at university due to the lack of experience. During this employability module, I've developed myself as a person, as well as many skills that I will carry on with me for the rest of my life and into my postgraduate study. These skills will guide me, and the most important skill that I've learned so far is to be able to think critically. This mindset has influenced me to be curious about my learning and not just take information at face value. I now dive deeper into all information that we're required to learn at university, and I always find myself looking for more answers. It causes me to go looking for explanations behind scientific processes within sports and exercise science. I believe that this skill will allow me to excel at a master's level due to wanting to learn new information constantly. This critical thinking skill influenced me to join Journal Club. This is where I learned another skill: breaking down complex information in order to understand it. This skill will be vital to me at postgraduate study due to the large amounts of complex research I'll be exposed to. That's why this skill of breaking down complex information will be very useful to me, as time goes on, all the research that I will see will become more complex.